welcome to this latest part of this SFX-100 build. This is really an update on the previous video where we discussed the alternative aluminium profile, because the kinetic one that's specified in the shopping lists is difficult, not necessarily difficult to get hold of, but the company a bit difficult to deal with, and it's worrying a few people. So this profile became the alternative. It's from ITEM, and it's still 100 by 100, but it's got a slightly different internal shape where the slider goes. Now, we discussed that, and I put links to the updated 3D models in the last video. What I would say is, like the original 3D models, the slider's too tight in here, so it requires a lot of filing to get it in, or a bit of jiggery-pokery with the 3D printing scaling factors to get it to fit. Now, I've redesigned the slider to make it less of an issue, but on my prototype it still had it slightly too tight, so I'm revising it again. But I will put a link to my slider design in the video description. So really, in this video I wanted to discuss tapping these holes out for the M10 threads that you need for fitting the end caps. Now, in the original video we used like a self-tapping insert, whereas the hole sizes on this profile are done at 8.5mm, so you can tap them directly M10. Now, obviously the usual and sort of long-winded method of using a tap and tap wrench to get these out is perfectly fine. I think you can use, I think I spoke about the sort of official technique for doing it in the original video. But just to run you through that again, whenever you're running a tap into a hole using like a tool like this, you want to go in, get it started, and then you want to be going in half a turn, back out a quarter of a turn, half a turn, quarter of a turn, and at some points run it back out all the way, because what you want to do is you want to get the swarf that spirals up out of the tap. You don't want to get that stuck, jammed in there. So every time you go back a quarter of a turn, you break that swarf off, it becomes loose, and there's no chance of it jamming and snapping the tap. But obviously that's quite a long-winded way of doing it, and so I found on Amazon these, they're kind of, I don't know whether you can see, it's a bit dirty, but there's a drill on the end of this tap. This tap fits inside a impact driver. This is just a cheap impact driver I got from a local DIY store, but it's powerful enough to do the job with respect to this. So we've got a spiral fluted M10 tap built onto it. Like I say, a little bit of a drill point on the end, so the drill point makes the correct tapping drill size for the hole as you go down, and then you can just screw this in to cut your tap. Now, I will put a link in the description for where you get these tap bits, for want of a better word, but I also want to show you the technique for doing it, because there's a chance that you'll break the tap off if you don't do things properly. If you break the tap off, this is quite an expensive bit of alley profile to lose. So also in the video description is a link to this that I got on Amazon. So it's a bit of tapping paste. Very important to use tapping paste with this. Makes the actual tapping of the holes a lot easier, but also much less likely to end up snagging it and breaking the tap in the hole. This operates like a lipstick, and what I've been doing to get me started is to rub a little bit in each hole. And then on the tap itself, I've been doing it such that I load the flutes up with a bit of tapping grease. Can't do this one-handed. Maybe that's clear. Plenty of tapping grease actually in the tap itself, in the flutes. And then all we've got to do is, now what I'm doing is I've gone down as far as to get some swarf to spool up out of the hole and up into the flutes of the tap. Now I'm going to reverse and spin that swarf out of it. Do the same thing, go down a little way. When you start seeing swarf spooling out of the flutes, come back out. Job done. So my advice on this is don't get carried away and just keep pummeling it until you threaded it all the way, because if you snap the tap, and I have done this previously, not on a SFX job but on another one, you can't get the tap out without major saga, so you're ditching sort of 50 or 60 quid's worth of alley profile just because you're being a little bit too impatient. Anyway, hope that tip works well for you. It does make this job easy, and the total cost of this was, well, I don't know, £12 or something. So it's a good little, it's actually a tool kit of taps, not just the one tap. It comes with M3, M4, M5, M6 and M8, I believe. And I think they were £8.99, £9 or something, and then there was a couple of pounds for the tapping grease. So worth having for other jobs. So, okay, hope you liked the video. Please subscribe to the channel. This profile is now available on the website. If you want me to tap these holes, then that's I can do that for you. It's not a problem. There's an option to choose that on the website if you want me to supply it and you want me to tap it. Like I say, check out the video description for the links to the parts. So until the next video, thanks very much for watching.